Welcome back to the crypto channel. Oh crap, I just fucked up. I meant the crypto org. This is Jay, and I'm gonna give you some updates on what's going on in the market. Before I even start with that, I just want to say this is not a financial advice video. This is crypto education video. Okay. I am gonna talk about certain things that affect the market quite a lot, and mainstream media will not talk about it because of course they don't want you to understand. But after a year of observing these indicators, I do believe that they are major indicators to follow, and it will give you a much better idea of what is currently happening in the market. Now, I'm not going to give you everything about it. I'm just going to give you the surface level idea of it, as I've done in previous videos. But I know there's always new people coming in to watch my videos. So, yeah. All right, start with this quote. Can't always choose music. Music life plays for us, but we can choose how we dance to it. And yeah, even though right now with certain economic conditions, like forcing us to do certain mandates or forcing us to follow mandates, you don't want to do it, just understand you're going to have to move differently in order to function in the society. And yeah, sometimes you're just going to learn to dance with what is given to you, because the majority of the time life will not give you things that you want. It will give you things that will challenge you, so that way you can become the person that can acquire the things that you want. That's just my opinion. Okay, all right, let's take a look at the Fed. Okay guys, keep in mind this is 2 in the morning right here, so these are not morning results. Usually they update this in the morning. Okay, so right now 1.6 trillion in repos, and if you want to get a better breakdown of what they do with that money, just look into these right here. Just scroll down, and I'm giving you the what do they call it, the URL as well, so that way you can look into it yourself. But you want to pay attention to this, because this is the Fed's repo, and what they do with this is basically going to affect the market. Well, there is just one indicator. Okay. All right, next on the list we have the dollar index. So when this thing is up, it is definitely going to put pressure in the market, because now you have stronger dollars. When it goes down, that's when the market starts going up a little bit, or it starts to inflate a little bit more, because you have more weaker dollars, and it requires more weaker dollar for you to acquire a certain asset. If you want to know more about the U.S. index and the two other indicators that I'm going to show you, just follow this channel called Gregory Manarino. It's on the description below. Just look for it, and also look for the mega yacht cult. Dion will also explain that to you. He's very finance savvy, because he's got a lot of years in finance, so he understands these things quite a lot. Next on the list, we got crude oil. So when this thing is up, it's definitely going to affect the market. And another thing I want to read to you guys, I don't have it in the screen, I have it on my phone, is that all these other countries are now playing with war narratives. So I'm going to read this to you. France, Spain, Denmark, and the Netherlands deploy additional warships and aircraft to the Baltics and Eastern Europe amid tensions with Russia. So yeah, recently they've been adding narratives towards this Russia versus the rest of the world narrative. Australia and the United Kingdom also begin to evacuate diplomats from Ukraine. And let's see, Biden administration is writing up military orders for units to be sent to Eastern Europe. That's according to CNN. So I'm just reading this on one Telegram group, and when it comes to like explosion somewhere, or like news of war, it's definitely going to affect the crude oil price, because they're going to be using crude oil to transport all that crap. And for those that don't know, last year one of the big banks, I think it was Morgan Stanley, stated that they want crude oil price to be around $100 per barrel. But yeah, around that time it was like when they mentioned that it was around $50 to $60, and look where we're at now. We're at $83 now. So I do expect this to go up. So when this goes up, there's gonna be a lot of bad economic news, guys. So, and with what's going on in Canada right now, because I'm Canadian, we have, it's almost like communism here, man. We're in lockdown again, and now they're flirting with the idea of opening up to 50% capacity in the 31st. But I do believe that the Fed's meeting tomorrow and also on Wednesday is going to dictate whether that's going to come true or not. And yes, what they'll talk about will definitely um, affect the whole entire market because they are the main drivers of the market, or main manipulator of the market, I should say. All right, another one to consider is the 10-year yield. So since it has gone down just temporarily, this right here will somewhat relieve the market a bit. Give it a little bit more money going in, but compared to, let's say, a couple weeks ago, 1.7 is much higher than, let's say, 1.5 or 1.4. So that right there did put pressure on the market, as you've experienced in the past month. Like, we're hitting a really good dip right now. Now, okay, let me show you guys the market. Let me refresh a bit, see what's going on. All right, here we have Bitcoin, 35 grand. So this was like 40 grand, 42 grand, 43, somewhere around there last month, and now it's taking a dip. That's kind of normal, man. Like last year, around January, when Biden got inaugurated, I think that's the word. We took we took a big dip in the market as well, around like 40-50%. So this was expected, to be honest. Now, did I trade this market? To be honest, I didn't. Uh, I think, yeah, it was a foolish mistake. Like I knew 100%, but like I have some nodes in the side, so I'm going to buy the dips, man. Now another thing to pay attention to are Tether, USDC, as well as Binance USD. Now if you take a look, even though these are lagging indicators, you can see that they're starting to go in the negatives. 99 cents or negative here. Let's see, USDC 99 cents, Tether 99 cents. So they're definitely buying the dips right now. And that is expected because the Fed is meeting tomorrow. Whenever those guys have their meeting, what happened? The certain pattern that I've been seeing is that the market will dip prior to, and then it start going up once they show up on TV, just to make it look like, yo, the market's good, So that way they don't blame those guys, because let's say the market's really down and the Fed shows up on TV, people will start thinking, they start using the critical thinking skills and find out who the real manipulator of the market is. Of course, they make it really hard for you to understand that, but luckily for me, I found certain YouTube channels that are very much aware of who the main players are in this market, or the biggest manipulator of the market, which is the Fed, and they do a much better job of explaining it, which is Crypto Teacher and Gregory Mannarino, George Gammon. We have Mega Yacht Cult as well with Dion. I don't know who else, but if you wanna get those channels, guys, just look in the description below. I definitely I list all of the different channels that I follow where I get all these information from. Now, I'm not saying all my information comes from there. I do my own research too. Okay. All right. Okay. THOR. So THOR Finance. So this thing is basically like a hedge fund or a mutual fund, and what's driving it is basically algorithms, and also, of course, the community. So this thing's been on fire for the past month. Okay, let's take a look at 30-day chart, so that way we can get a better view of what's going on. Okay, so for those that don't know, I got in around here or so when I was in the 80s. I thought this was the dip. Actually, I'm gonna look at the 90 days so you get much clearer view. So imagine that you were only seeing this part right here up until here, yeah, somewhere around here. You would think that this is the dip, but then around this time, yeah, they kept having some FUD happening, and this was like the perfect bottom right here. And I was looking at this too. I was like, should I liquidate some assets to go here? And like, I know this project's gonna go up because they're doing a lot of updates. Anyways, I didn't pull the trigger. I just let it accumulate. But oh well, those are missed opportunities. But don't worry, there's gonna be plenty more opportunities. I'm gonna show you some of them probably in like later videos. But anyways, it's been on a rip lately, and also they've been doing over-the-counter trades as well. And I'm gonna show you some of them. Actually, I'm gonna show you the Discord right now. So one thing I love about THOR nodes, and as well as the other projects that are involved in the Union of Transparency, is that they're transparent. They show you their investments, they show you their moves, and they give you a heads up on when they're gonna make changes. So let's take a look at the recent update by Loki. All right, celebrate whopping 25,000 members, giving 25,000 members to join one THOR for myself. So yeah, they awarded one THOR node to some lucky player or lucky person in the group. So congratulations to this guy, Buntayo. And for those of you that don't have a THOR node, it does produce 0.3 THOR a day. So yeah, if you want to get your feet wet, I definitely want to recommend THOR, or maybe a Freya if you can afford that, or a Himdall. Himdall just requires 1.25 THORs, but of course the reward rate in that one is much lower than THOR. And for those of you that are super ambitious and you have the money to get an Odin node, which requires 78 THORs, that should be around, with the current price right now, probably around like 12 grand or so. For me, I got lucky because I got in when it was like only cost like 63 THORs, and that was when the price was around like 80 something. So 6-7 grand at that time is enough, and I am so happy I pulled the trigger. Anyways, let's move on. That is one. All right, and right now we have added a DeFi strategist to the team, so this is definitely good because now we have a more analytical person analyzing the market as well as picking the options for us to basically move the investments towards a place where we can make more money. Remember, this is what I call, even though algorithms and AI is involved, we still, as a community, we still have control of it. It still does have to be monitored by humans. Okay, moving forward. And also, out of all the Union of Transparency projects, THOR is right now the leading one because their development team is very, very strong, as well as the mod team as well. They do a very good job when it comes to making the community happy. And also the team itself has evolved from their predecessors such as Ring, because Ring could not solve the things that THOR has solved when it comes to the sell pressure. I don't want to get to the technical details of that. You got to look into it yourself, which is available in one of these tabs right here. As you can see, I have accumulated a list of DaaS, NaaS projects right here. Coin Finance, we have THOR, Power, we have Vapor Nodes, Project X, and Red Light District. But right now I'm just going to talk about THOR. Okay, so like I said, they have been doing over-the-counter deals, which is really good because if a whale were to dump their money in regularly, they're going to affect the price so much, and it leaves less room for the little guys to be able to acquire a certain node. So this is definitely a good news because doing over-the-counter deals allows whales to acquire certain coins without the price being affected. Now, there's nothing new. I mean, like, some of the bigger, richer people that are in corporates, also politicians, well, they do this shit. I don't want to give examples right now. You gotta be paying attention to the market to actually see it, because they actually are upfront sometimes, but a good majority of the people don't understand what it means. I mean, I didn't even understand myself when I first saw it. But yeah, all right, let's move on from there. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it's so slow right now. Come on. Ooh, this must be the RAM. All right, so they are announcing their ninth treasury investment, total of 20, what the fuck, 250,000. Now, as you can see, guys, they actually give you a list of projects to look into. And yes, the community does do a vote of where that money goes. I've been one of the people to recommend DAG Constellation Node for some time now. Even though their APY isn't that much, the price of the coin, just given its utility and partnership, is definitely going to be high up to the point where this 15% is going to be really, really good. So this is the project I'm rooting for. Curve Token is another good decentralized finance project. I'm not super into it, but you can look into it if you like. Yearn Finance is another option that we're going for, and 100 Finance. I don't know anything about that, so I'm not even gonna bother talking about that. So, in my opinion, I would go for this one because I've looked into it before. I was in it when it was like 0.008, and now they're at like 20 cents. So I've been on this project for a year now, and I believe in this project wholeheartedly because it's a layer 0, and basically all these layer 1s are going to be using the layer 0 protocol, basically laying on top of it. Think of it as a foundation. Think of layer 1s, layer 2s, layer 3s, or layer 1s in their ecosystem projects, or a project in their ecosystem as the house. Okay, layer 1 will be the foundation of the house, and all the walls, rooftop are basically the DeFi project. What Constellation is the foundation, the land that the house is sitting on, and that is big. Okay, these guys have also been working with the U.S. Air Force for the past couple of years, and for those of you that don't know, I actually got the data from one of their AMAs. The U.S. Air Force processes about like 2 trillion, or 2 terabytes, my bad, 2 terabytes of data every hour or so. So that right there is huge because you would need a very good protocol to acquire that data in an accurate way. Sometimes some of these data gets fucked up, right? So you need something very accurate and efficient to process all that data, and Constellation is exactly that project. This is a very, very big project, guys. There's more to it than what I'm telling you right now. So for those of you that don't understand this one or don't know of it yet, Constellation DAG, it is one to do research. Trust me, you're gonna love it. All right, let's move forward. What does this mean? What the heck? Okay, nothing big. Fuck that. Oh, okay, they're just doing another giveaway, which is good, Um, doing giveaways like this, going back to the community, is definitely gonna make the community love them a little bit more. And if the community loves them, of course, they're gonna keep talking about them. So in a way, it is very, very good PR as well as marketing because you know instead of you having to pay, let's say, doing ads and stuff, you have the community doing that for you. And some of these community members have a big following. So like if a community member has like, let's say, 100,000 following, then you're gonna get 100,000 eyes on the project. So that's a good thing. Remember, that's just yesterday. And yeah, recently we touched $200 in price again. And as you can see here, we're at 190 right now. And I do believe this is gonna go up. Okay, we just got started. Okay, market cap still below 200 million, and other projects similar to THOR. Let's take a look. Is this guy right here, Strong Block, and this is a really good one as well. This is one of the newer one, not newer ones, older ones. This has been out for over a year. Is it this one? No, it must be bigger than that. Maybe it was owned. Oh no, that's why. Okay, this has gone down in price. Was okay. You know what? I should not have done that. This is a DAO. This is different. Oh my god, what's a strong block? No, I can't. No, this is gonna bother me now. Oh boy. Okay, you know what? Let's just go with this guy. Anyways, based on what Thor is doing, which is DeFi as a service and the nodes as a service, they definitely deserve more than 200 million in market cap. Okay, um, but yeah, this is amazing to get $200 on Thor alone because me with well, I'm not here to brag anything, but I'm just gonna I've stated this in previous videos. I make around like 3 Thors a day just based on my nodes. So technically, I'm making like $600 USD on a daily basis, and just that's passive income, guys. It's amazing. So I wake up with less weight on my shoulder whenever. So that's a good thing. And yes, I if you miss Thor at the lower price, I'm just letting you know there's going to be other projects to get into. One of them is Power right now. They have been there's current issues right now with the FTM chain, so I think it's preventing a lot of people from acquiring the Power coin itself. But another one to pay attention to is Vaporfy. And this one as well. This is the new one of the newer ones, Project X, and this one right here. I just recently found out about today. Um, it is not out yet, so if you want to make moves similar to Thor, definitely want to look into this. Now, the reward system is not as what I call it, bountiful or as generous as Thor, but in terms of sustainability, they are definitely there. I'm not saying Thor is not sustainable. Even though the rewards are quite high right now, it will definitely change. And yes, the community leaders will definitely give us a heads up on when they're going to do that. Actually, when I first started Odin, when I first acquired it, it was the reward rate was 5 Thors a day, and then a day after I acquired it, they changed it from 5 Thors a day to 2.7. So I kind of got unlucky there, but whatever. I'm in it now, so I'm good. All right. Anyways, that actually, I can show you guys other articles. What am I doing? Okay, so outside of Thor talks, we have Grayscale, which is one of the biggest whales in the market, adding 25 digital assets under its consideration list, not management yet. Now, these guys definitely have the resources necessary to do proper research or more accurate research. So you want to follow their lead too if you don't have a portfolio for yourself. And for those of you that are looking into other projects to uh, invest in or do flips, definitely want to look into the project. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so these are some of the list. If you guys want a more comprehensive list, you definitely want to look into the website and their blog because they will give it to you. I'm not going to open that for you in this video. I'm going to give you some of the ones that I'm bullish on. IOTA, Algorand, both are part of the ISO 222 ecosystem. So both of these projects themselves are their own blockchain, and IOTA is also a DAG, similar to Constellation DAG, very scalable. Yes, and they also have their DeFi projects as well being built. I believe IOTA had some like NDAs on the DeFi projects that we're working on, so they can really talk about it. HNT, Helium. I have a miner for this guy. It's been a couple months now. I don't know how much it's mined, but I do remember around October or November or so, I asked my brother to get all the rewards and put it into Solo, and we made some flip on that. Now we have it in Mobius. Holochain, hot. This thing is still in like the decimals, so you can acquire a lot of these if you move in it now. And this has direct connections to the World Economic Forum as well. The World Economic Forum is talking about how climate change is going to affect the world and we need more energy efficient technology. And Holochain gives exactly just that. And they mentioned Holochain when it came to the whole idea of energy efficient blockchains. And they don't even consider themselves a blockchain. They consider themselves as something else. We have V-chain, very big in the supply chain. And for those of you that are not aware, the supply chain is getting fucked up right now because the truckers, um, they put a mandate on them that they need to be vaccinated in order to cross the borders. And of course, that caused a lot of issues, and the issue is still happening now because now the shelves in grocery stores as well as other stores is definitely getting emptied, and yes, the prices are definitely going to go up in the goods, and also a lot of people are going to be dying, and it's sad to say, but yeah, it's gonna happen. People are going to be hungry, and when people are hungry, trust me, they're not going to be civil. So if you have not stocked up yet, I highly recommend you do that now. Let's see, what other projects can I talk about? Gala, Engine, are two gaming projects that you want to keep paying attention. They're a little bit saturated right now compared to some of the other projects. However, they've been in the game a little bit more than the other ones, so they have a little bit more development. Um, and so far, of all the crypto picks that I've picked, Gala has been one of the most um, good performing coins or gaming in general. I was on this when it was like 0.003, and around October or so, or I think it was September, it reached 70 cents. So that's like 2 to 300x right there. And yeah, these are not the only gaming coins as well. There's a bunch of other projects that are in the process of being built right now, and I will show you guys those projects in other videos, in later videos. Let's see, here's another one to pay attention. Oh, BTT, BitTorrent. So this involves data, and in the new economy, the fourth industrial revolution, data is the new gold. The robots, AIs, machines, and yourself as well, we're going to be using this coin right here to acquire data. And BTT is scalable. Reason being is because it's using a very scalable protocol, which is Tron. And for those of you that don't know Tron, it is a really good layer one that's decentralized. So that means you don't have like big whales right now holding a big amount. So I'll dump on you. Let's see, what else? Cervix. It's not cervix. I don't know what this is. Okay, spell. I've seen this is in Coinbase right now. I don't know what it's about. Oh, Sand. Sand is another gaming project as well. Snoop Dogg is on this. He built his own metaverse already. Rose is big in Web3. This is actually a big project too, so you want to look into this guy. I can't talk too much about it because I really have not done full research on it. Elrond Gold is considered the internet of blockchain, and it does have a big ecosystem. Same thing with Atom as well. Actually, I want to get into Atom's DeFi projects as well. I want to get some passive income going with the Osmosis thingy. I've yet to open it, so I can't really talk much about it or give you good insights. But this is definitely a good coin or project to start investing your study time on. Okay, not necessarily money, not yet. But in my honest opinion, with the current dip right now, guys, it is definitely a good time to buy in, and that is not financial advice. Anyways, that is all I have for this video. I hope you found it informative. Hope you learned something new. If you liked it, press that like button. Also, comment as well and see if you have any questions or something to add. I am always looking to learn, man. Learn something new. And also if you wanna subscribe as well, more than welcome to. Otherwise, yeah, just stay tuned for the next one. Take care.